Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
This episode is also kind of another odd one where it's not really about a game, but more about an app. I tried looking through my purchase history, German, because you said you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I bought it too, but it's not in my purchase history.
Would it be there even that far back?
Yes, even if it's delisted,
Not really.
it'll still show up. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't buy it because like I looked at other like quote unquote expensive games that I bought on my iPhone, and like Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 9, Dead Space.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had like a whole different Dead Space just for the iPhone and the iPad and shit. Alien Isolation, like they had like a it wasn't exactly Alien Isolation. It was like you would look through surveillance cameras.
Oh, okay.
And you would
like a Five Nights at Freddy kind of thing.
Kind of, but you were like telling people you were like instructing other people like how to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, for some reason I didn't buy this one, which is odd. I have memories of playing this, but I guess not.
False memories.
Yep.
Timeline.
Different timeline.
Official.
But yeah, we're gonna be talking about Metal Gear Solid Touch, which is basically just a retelling of MGS4, but as like as an arcade shooter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys watch that video by any chance?
Yeah,
I did. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you didn't have to like watch the whole thing, but it's the same shit over and over.
Oh yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I thought it was like you just touch the screen and those are the people you would shoot, but no, you had to like move the cursor to the person and then tap.
Yeah, I didn't remember all the details, so I started to like watch, and I was like, oh yeah. And then you zoom in to pull out the sniper, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that.
That was cool. I did like the whole sniper thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, before we get into it, how you guys been, man?
Yep.
What's been going on?
Well, beta yesterday and today. And then last week for Monster Hunter, only one day because PlayStation was down.
Yeah, so for other podcasts, we completely delayed it for a week because PlayStation was down or hacked or who knows what the hell.
Yeah, we still don't know what happened.
Shit that happens to Sony every 5 years. Data leaks or they're just completely down for a while, which is kind of fucked. Like I feel like Capcom should have. Well, did they extend it?
They did for this week.
This weekend they extended it by 24 hours. Yeah.
Okay, so they had a date for everybody or just PlayStation?
I don't know. I think everybody. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like I wouldn't be fucking mad if it was only PlayStation because that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm surprised they would extend it for everybody else. That's cool. But yeah, that probably does suck for people who are like, I'm taking the day off for this, and then they're just staring at
it's my days off.
Literally your days off. Yeah, they're literally your days off.
I couldn't play.
Yeah, and so we had to delay that episode. We're like, oh well, duh, we should have everyone play before we come back and talk. I don't even know what the subject or the monster was.
The monster
Congalala.
Yeah,
that's right. Yep. Anyways, that's a different podcast. Yeah, okay. So Jeremy's been playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. Any other games you've been playing? Because we haven't really played anything since 4.
I've been little by little baby stepping. No spoilers, please. Baby stepping. Last of Us 2.
Everyone dies.
Shut up.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
Just baby stepping. Kryptonite.
And
like I said, like crypto. I never understood that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
why is this planet
from the planet Krypton?
But yeah.
Well, why is radioactive material from his? But it's radioactive material from his planet.
No. So one of the comics, again, DC is something I'm not too knowledgeable in. I'm not knowledgeable in any of the comics, anyways. But from what I remember reading, at least in one of the comics or one of the universes or whatever the fuck you want to call them, it's not that it's radioactive. It's that the piece of rock holds like memories or all the anguish from his people, so that's what fucks him up or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah, so trust me, like it's probably canon in a certain comic, like that's what it ends up being. Yeah, it's just
emotions.
Yeah, pretty much. From what I remember reading,
it turns off his SOP.
It's that like whenever you get the rock, a piece of his home planet, it's got all his people's emotions in there, all their suffering. That it just. Maybe it's just a mind game. He thinks he's weak because of it, and he's really not. Who knows?
Can you imagine that? Like, no hatred from my own people, my only weakness.
Yeah, suffering. Speaking of that, have you guys seen I don't know if there's more trailers, but you guys seen the Superman trailer?
No. Sorry, just the original. Yeah.
I did see one of them, and I could see what you were talking about, but like looked really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're bringing crypto in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's like in the first part of the trailer. I was like, because Superman's like, I think he's up in the wherever by his Fortress of Solitude or whatever, and he looks like vulnerable, right? Like he got his ass beat by somebody. So, which is nice because Superman is invincible. So it's like, how do you make anything interesting with this fucking guy who can just defeat everybody?
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like he like whistles for something, and all of a sudden you just see like this cloud of snow like going towards him, and I was like, nah, they're not gonna do the fucking dog. Like that's really. And as the more I thought about it, I was like,
Uh-huh.
I guess yeah, because it's James Gunn, and James
Okay.
Gunn,
Like,
is well, it's not that he likes dogs. It's just that he just likes a more colorful story,
well, it's
and
like
in
likes
that,
having fun, yeah.
yeah, he likes having fun making movies. It's crazy. Like imagine
Mhm.
with a comic book movie. Jesus Christ. And yeah, and fucking crypto rolls up, and I was like, no fucking way. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. And then just like the rest of the trailer too is just like all the like I don't know all the villains and all the characters, but I'm like, I've never seen that person before. I don't like it's because that seems to be one of the main problems with DC that they didn't take notes from Marvel is just bringing in more people. Like I get the thing about the licensing and everything like that, but it's like every Batman movie is like, okay, Batman and
The
Joker.
top, yeah, the Joker,
Right,
the top five, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Batman and Scarecrow.
Bane,
It's just like
or yeah.
Bane. Yeah, it's like, come on. Like I was so excited when I heard about Scarecrow and disappointed when it kind of happened. I was like, I kind of expected Scarecrow to be like Scarecrow,
Mhm.
not a
Mhm, mhm.
fucking drug dealer. Like that's just basically what he was.
Mhm. Yeah, Scarecrow's origin is much cooler in most of the comics.
And he's an actual Scarecrow, like especially in the animated series.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's good that it looks like James Gunn is going to be like introducing people who like the same as Marvel. The Marvel movies introduced a lot of people to the Marvel universe incidentally, right? Like my wife didn't know all this shit about all these characters if it wasn't for like the whole MCU.
Mhm.
Now she knows
Mhm.
like who
Yeah.
this guy is and that guy is and this guy is, and that DC needs that. I think that's like the biggest thing is DC needs like, hey, who's this guy and who's this guy? Who's this guy? Like they never like for the Snyderverse, they never said, hey, that guy's what is it? Martian Manhunter.
Mhm.
It's just like, who's that guy? Like, I don't know. He's just a guy who can shapeshift and is a good guy.
Mhm.
Okay, but okay, who is he? And you'd have to ask somebody who fucking has read the comics and be like, oh, it's Martian Manhunter. He blah 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 this and that. But it's just a small part of the movie that it's like, why'd you even bring him in, dude? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That Superman trailer looks pretty legit. I think
Well,
it's June.
I don't know, but you had mentioned this once, or we had talked about this once about Smallville. My girl was recently into that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was rewatching the whole show, so every time I come from work, she'd be binge watching it. So I was missing things here and there, but goddamn, like I didn't know Smallville took so many liberties. Like I thought it was all pre like Superman, like just in high school. Dude, that shit goes like I'm telling you, like they were bringing up characters that I was like, no fucking. Again, you might hate it, you might love it, depending on what kind of a fan you are. But for
Yeah, they
someone
went
like me,
hard.
that I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Like he's fighting Doomsday? Like okay, sure. Like Doomsday doesn't come out till like usually way later on in the comics, but all right, fine. It's like what the fuck? He's fighting Brainiac? Like what the fuck? Like it was just kind of interesting. Like there's a lot of like
Yeah.
like I said, it was colorful. There was a lot of shit that, and my wife was like, I don't know. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I had suspicions, like Martian Manhunter is in there, and I was like, that looks like Martian Manhunter, but I don't think it is because he was in his human form, and
Okay.
like everything about it, I was like, and then everything he was saying, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't know, he's some cop or something, and he knows his secret, but I don't know, and then I was like, dude, that's Martian Manhunter. And sure enough, like he transforms that one scene. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'm like, to me, it was someone who's never really seen any of Smallville, not knowing that's what it was really about. I probably would have digged it back in the day. So again, I think it's if you like colorful and like you said, like just having fun, Smallville wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think that's why I went for so long. Like people were enjoying it. Like I think people watching it understood. Like, yeah, this is a different universe, and
Mm-hmm.
what if? It's a big
Oh,
what if.
oh,
What if
yeah,
Superman
exactly.
met everybody before he became Superman?
Oh,
It's
it
just
was
like,
a
holy
huge
shit.
what if. Oh my god, dude, there was so many like moments where you're like, okay, this guy in the comics does this, but now he's kind of a friendly. Like, what the fuck? Like, all right, fuck it, I'll take it, I guess.
Word. Yeah. What else have you been playing?
That's it for me.
Just Last of Us Part 2?
Oh well, I was trying to work again on that Metal Gear 2, the boss rush, but fuck, I'm getting my ass beat. I'm trying to get the big boss ranking on that. It's kind of hard.
Metal Gear 2 or Metal Gear Solid 2?
Just 2, Solid Snake. Yeah.
Oh right, there is a boss thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I said like I'll come back to it, and then remember when PlayStation was down, I was like, I guess I'll do this for a while. So yeah, I've been working on that, and I haven't played it in a minute, but yeah, it's fun actually. Replaying those boxes was pretty fun.
Oh, okay, cool. Chris, what about you? What you playing? What you doing?
Not too much. Interestingly enough, CapCut is released again.
Okay.
And once again available. So that was fun. So
you're back to that?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, this next week I'll be back to that. Yeah, I saw the other day because I had mentioned before I was paying for the Pro, and I saw a couple days ago my bank was charged for the Pro again, and I was like, what the heck? Like I closed that account. There shouldn't be anything to charge. And so I'm looking up online, like, how do I close that? How do I get rid of that? And they're like, oh, you have to go to the website and do this, that, and the other thing. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. And so I went to the website, and it's like, oh, do you want to download this? And I was like, what? Like, I don't remember it saying that before when because it was no longer available in America. And so I clicked on download, and it downloaded, and I was like, okay, what happens if I install? So I installed it, and it worked. And I was like, okay, what happens when I open it? And it opened, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what happened? So I guess CapCut is back, and as well as TikTok. Both are allowed in. Huh?
You can download TikTok again?
Yeah. It's available on Google Play and Apple Store. Yeah. So
okay.
I don't know who did what or how it happened, but yeah, apparently they're available again. And
I heard that they were unbanned for like 30 days while they try to figure something out. So
so what had happened for a while was TikTok originally was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were in America, you tried to get on, it would tell you like, you can't use this app, blah, blah, blah. You're not allowed to use it. And that had worked for like 14 hours, I think it was. And then they had repealed the ban. However, if you had deleted the app or didn't have it downloaded already, you couldn't download it again because it still wasn't on the app stores.
Right.
So you could go onto the website and look at it there, but it wasn't on the app stores. And if you had it, you could keep it, but they weren't going to update it anymore, like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, apparently when they brought CapCut back, which it must have been the last few days, they did the same with TikTok in the app stores. So yeah, I don't know exactly when or how it happened, but yeah, that's a thing now. So
I'm just checking right now. Now you got me thinking. And I wonder if Marvel Snap works.
I would think so because it's the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it loaded.
But yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
I stopped playing that years ago, but still.
Years ago, it's only been around for like a year.
No, it's been out for a while.
No way.
Oh, okay, let's look it up. Let's use our rope, my friends.
Yeah.
Finally got a rope.
I had a rope.
Let's see what the Google says.
I know it can't be that old.
2022.
No way, really?
Yeah, October 2022.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 2 years and some change.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So a year. No, I use the word year very loosely. It's been months since I played it.
Yeah, that's almost like, weren't you fucking talking about playing it like not too many episodes ago? Yeah, producer says 2.5.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Yeah, to change. Yeah, October. So yeah, we're in February already. Damn, mid-February. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know, dude.
But yeah, last weekend wasn't so great again. More issues with medications, same as the last time.
Yeah,
where the stuff we needed was on back order still, not again, still. And so we got our pharmacy to transfer over the medication to the other pharmacy, and they wanted a what was a plan of treatment or something like that. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, well, we have to know, like, we did it one time before, and that was a one-time thing, but if we're doing it multiple times, we need to do it again. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So I had to wait until the following week because this all happened on a Friday. So of course I had to wait until Monday to get it all resolved and get the meds and everything. And it's just it was such a pain. I hope we don't have to go through that again this next month.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do, we are at least more prepared now. They have the plan of treatment and everything. They shouldn't need any more information, and we could just get the meds, hopefully, unless they come up with something else. So but otherwise things have been going well. Yeah. Oh, our TV went out that same day. So that was fun.
Like it died? Like the TV died?
Oh,
yeah,
right.
just shut off. Yeah,
Nice.
I had to go to the store get a new one, and I got a ended up getting a Vizio. It was like $130 for a 40-inch, which was a really good
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, that's great.
TVs are so crazy
Um,
nowadays. It's so cheap.
Yeah, it's I was thinking like it's gonna be like $300-400 for a 40-inch or so. I went there, I saw they had a Samsung, but it was a 4K, and I was like, we don't need a 4K. I don't need a 4K TV. I don't want that. And so the next thing they had was the 40-inch full HD. I got that, and it was a video, and we got home, and I go to set it up, and I swear I don't understand why they can't have TVs just be plug and play anymore. Like it has to be smart TV, and you have to sign into the service, and you have to do this, and you have to connect
Create
to
an
the
account.
internet before anything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like,
Yep.
and so I'm doing all this stuff, and it's one of those things where you can go on your computer, go to this website, and type in this code, or you can use your smartphone and scan this QR code. So it's like, whatever. I'm back here. I'll use my smartphone. So I scan the QR code, go through everything. Nothing happens. I was like, what the hell? What's going on? So I was like, all right, give me a second. So I went out to the living room, got on my PC, did that, did the whole thing over. Again, nothing happens. I'm like, what is going on? Why is this not working? We did it 3 or 4 times before I finally realized, let me try opening the app and see if that does anything. And that's all we had to do the whole time. There's nothing it says about opening the app or anything. It just says like, oh, sign into this and you'll be good to go. And nothing was working. And I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. And then immediately after that, it does this thing where, oh, we're searching for updates. You have to update it or whatever. 3 hours it took it to update.
What the fuck?
I was like, why? And the worst part was, they show those like loading bars or whatever. So it showed it, and it was just a tiny fraction of the first bar is all it ever did. So for this 3 hours, I'm thinking like, did it freeze? Did something go wrong? Like
fucking brick.
What happened? Like, because it tells you like, don't restart it, don't unplug your TV. So I was like, well, what? I don't want to do that now in case that does break it, And so yeah, we just sat waiting for 3 hours, and then the bar never moved. It just turned on. It just started working. I was like, oh my gosh.
Check to see what kind of NIC it has in it. For 130 something bucks, I would say it probably has Wi-Fi 5 in that thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And it might be just like a shitty Wi-Fi 5 in there, and that's probably why it took so goddamn long, because that's crazy.
I have no idea, but yeah, it was insane. I was like, you got to be kidding me, right?
Yeah,
and it probably wasn't actually 3 hours. It just felt like a long time. Sure. But I mean, still, just like,
come on, 10 minutes. 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Exactly. What the fuck do you need to download and update TV?
Oh no shit, dude.
Right?
Well,
yeah.
Well, Chris,
instructions on how to work slower when I'm just trying to navigate your screen. Fuck,
Chris, you're preaching to the choir here, man. That's like a good chunk of our work is like, my TV's not working, and they call the cable company, and it's the TV. Yeah. It's like we don't control your TV, people. Like,
no, you certainly.
But I'm paying for streaming from you guys. Yeah. Like, no, you're not.
You're paying for internet.
You're paying for internet. You may be paying for Spectrum TV app streaming, but that does not include all the other things.
You're paying us for access to all this stuff, not for the actual things.
You, Chris, we get the and not trying to be mean. It's always usually old people, and that's fine. But yeah, they're like, but I'm paying for streaming. I know, Spectrum streaming, but Netflix is their own company. But I'm paying for streaming. I know, and here it is, Spectrum. So how do I get on Netflix? Yeah. Well, you click on it, but it says log in. I know, because you have to make an account. But I'm paying for streaming. I'm like, God damn it.
Do you guys ever get what's my password?
Oh my God.
No, I get the I don't know that shit. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll see you later. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like literally, this is the thing that pisses me off about. So there's these things called Zumos that we partnered with them.
Oh yeah.
I hate these things. These things are the fucking worst. They're supposed to be like these cheaper, like Apple TV type devices, like Roku's and Fire Sticks or whatever. But out of the box, they support our app. Huh. And so we get this training from day one about this thing called CPNI, right? Customer personal and personal. I forget what the N stands for, but information basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to avoid that at all costs. We never want to like know their fucking passwords, their
Their
emails,
email, none of
Yeah.
their
social security number, any of this kind of shit, right?
credit cards.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with any of that shit. But now that we have Zumos, they're like, yeah, help them set it up. And it's like, no.
We have to. The other rule. Yeah.
Exactly. We have to deal with their emails and we have to show them with the passwords. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck?
It's a fail on their end. Like whatever happened behind closed doors is clearly done by people that don't work the field, like always.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So they were like, yeah, this works. Yeah, this will be fine.
Yeah, it's a good idea on paper. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like it was made, and here's the funny worst part of all. This was made for old people. This was supposedly gonna make it so easy for them. And it's the complete opposite of that. Because there's not even an option to like auto launch Spectrum app when you turn on the Zumo. It's always on the home page, and these fuckers get lost. And they don't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say fuckers. Like I do feel bad for them. It's not their fault. these people get lost. No, and then they're like, why did? And I'm like, the Roku. You can tell the Roku auto start the last app launch or the last input, but the Zumo, no, there is no input for that. And I'm like, why? There's no option for that. Yeah. And I'm just like, that was a fail. Like, who designed this? Like, who said, yep, that's good?
I'd never heard of this fucking company until they're like, oh, hey, we partnered with these Zumo boxes. And I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of cool. Well, but as soon as I encountered it, I was like, this is the biggest piece of shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. This is worse than a Fire Stick.
Oh, yes, I agree. And here's the sad part, too. It's just like, wow, damn, where's it going with this? Something about them sucking, the apps. I don't know. Yeah, I lost. It was a valid point. It was like pretty much just saying like it's someone designed this, and it's just like that's what I'm trying to say is all those options and all those features are already existing. It's not like it's
not doing anything new.
Yeah, we're not telling them to reinvent the wheel. We're like, hey, you know how Roku does this? Can you program it to do the same fucking thing? You know, like that would make things easier for us, you know, and for the customer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. And I know this has to do with money. The remote, I have an issue with the remote. We'll get off the subject soon. But what's funny about it is like it's got, what is it now? It's got YouTube, Netflix, Peacock, and Sling or some shit like that as the quick launch buttons.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's funny because, someone paid money to have their buttons put, their apps put on the buttons, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, we partnered with Zumo.
Why isn't there a Spectrum button?
Why isn't there a Spectrum button? Like, why didn't we say, hey, one of them must be ours? Okay, deal.
Fuck. Yeah.
Damn it.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's really stupid.
Whatever they're getting paid, man, just pay me that and I can design some better shit, dude. I just don't know how to do any of the coding. But
pay me half of that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I just wanted to make my day easier. Like
I know.
Just God. I feel the same thing about the app that we use on our phone to do shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dude, just fucking give me a couple weeks, maybe a month. Just let me fucking fix it. And I'll go back to doing grunt work. I just want this fucking app to work right. I don't want to program it forever. I don't want it to be my job forever. I just want to fix what you guys did.
Yeah.
There was okay, we'll get off of this in a second, but there was a post on like one of the Facebook groups for our company, and it says that somebody that they hired, was it for our company? No, it was just in general. So a company hired this guy. This guy went in, fixed an issue with his account, and then he quit.
That is awesome, dude.
Because he said it was faster than trying to fucking call them for them to fix it over the phone.
Oh,
he literally got hired by this company, whatever it was,
Jeez.
fixed the issue with his account and quit. It was fucking the most legendary thing I've ever heard in my life.
That is legendary. That's absolutely
that is yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
I think it was a post in our company like Facebook group. Like someone was just like, dude, this is fucking great. Someone should do this with our company or some shit. I was like,
oh man, that is actually pretty awesome, dude. That's cool.
That's great. I just wonder how he was just like, maybe he took like some vacation time from his own work. Like, hey, I need a couple days off. I gotta go fucking get hired by a company.
Or even if he just explained to them and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, these fucking guys are fucking me over and I need to fix this shit. It's so funny. Anyways,
what the issue was,
I was just gonna say real quick, it reminds me of German, you probably remember this when we were working at Staples. And I believe me and you had the same job where we were mostly like doing the pallets and stuff, right? Stocking. But they also want us to greet customers, do register, all this other kind of stuff. It's like we only have 4-hour shifts, more most of the time. And we have to, we have these pallets that they absolutely want us to get those off get everything stocked, get that done. We have a week to do this. I got on average like 20 hours a week, and whenever we broke the registers, it was they would get depending on how many hours they worked. If they worked 4-hour shift, it was 1 15-minute break, and if it was 5 hours, they got a 15-minute break and then a half-hour lunch. And if it was more than, I think it was 6 hours, they got 2 15s and a half-hour lunch.
Something like that, yeah.
I swear, every time I was called in to work, and that back room was jam-packed with stuff.
Yeah.
Every cashier, I need my 15-minute break. I need to go on lunch now. Oh, now you need to take your lunch. Oh, there's customers. You come out here and help them. It's like, well, when am I going to actually get to do my own job?
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
You know? And then when you don't, they get on you about it. It's like, what? You're telling me to do all this other stuff. I don't have time to do my job. And now it's my fault that I can't get it done. Like, what?
No, I know.
You know?
That was 100% the truth. Twist is not exaggerating. 4 hours, and half of that time, more than half of that time was spent doing other stuff. And then it was like, so when the hell am I supposed to do these pallets? Like, what the fuck? But yeah. We had so many pallets one time. No, last thing. We had so many that whenever we got the shipment, whatever Monday, whatever day that was, the next truckload that came in, we had to send it away because we just had so much shit. We're like, no, we can't take any of it.
Yeah.
Like, come back next week. They're like, what do you mean? Like, dude, we can't take it. There's nowhere to put it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, corporations are weird, man.
Yeah, always, man.
But yeah, Metal Gear Solid Touch. So in the background, I've been just sharing footage of this game, which is it's just the same thing over and over. I almost feel like they should have released this in the arcade.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah,
instead of on the phone.
I definitely would have played this. Yeah,
dude, it's giving me definitely like that sniper game from the arcade, whatever that was called, Dark Scope or some shit like that.
Oh man, I think that is what that game.
It's something like that, Dark Scope or Dark Silhouette or some shit like that. Yeah, it's totally giving me that kind of vibe. Yeah. Like I said, I remember. Here's the funny part. I remember beating this game. I remember beating it, and then I must have never played it again, or I must have just done like survival mode, and it was like, whatever. You know, it was just fun to say I had Metal Gear on my phone. You know, Metal Gear Solid 4.
At the end it does say something about survival mode, and I'm guessing that's just like a boss rush mode or what?
I think it's just I don't even remember honestly, but yeah, it's something.
Maybe no heals or some shit.
No heals, probably just like endless waves. You know.
Oh yeah, maybe you could just pick like a level and there's just endless waves. Yeah, this video didn't show that. Like the guy was literally like, I beat it, I'm done. Like literally what German did. He's just like, nope, no more.
No, I was gonna say, no, it's interesting that it goes through the entire game for the most part. I mean, obviously it skips all the cutscenes. Obviously, it's just it gives you a quick like, oh, you're going to Europe and there's Big Boss's body is here, and anyways, here's a fucking what's his name, Raging Raven, you know.
But it skipped the best part when you have to follow a guy through some alleys and
the motorcycle. It skips the motorcycle, dude. Like,
yeah.
No, it was a novelty, 100%. It's honestly, it is funny how it feels like a Flash game.
Dude, I'm really surprised. Like, I actually don't even know if this was Kojima's team because this feels like a non-Kojima game. Just because. Remember a few episodes back, I was like, "Hey, they made Metal Gear Acid for mobile for like a certain Sony Ericsson model," and it's like they got 3D graphics on that. Why didn't they put the effort into this, like to put some 3D graphics in this and maybe make a mini Metal Gear or bring the Acid games to the phone? Like I feel like they could have done it, but I mean, this is 2008, so it's only the first year of the App Store for the iPhone. Because the iPhone came out in 2007. And so literally there was no App Store when the iPhone came out. There was no App Store. All you had was the base, like 10 or 12 apps, you know, calculator, calendar, fucking, I didn't even think we had Google Maps yet.
No.
We might have. Maybe we did have Google Maps. But it was just like the most basic shit, you know, clock, camera. And yeah, so just 1 year. But I remember when they were like, here's the App Store, and it's like, now we're going to be able to bring, you know, 3D games to the phone. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, and they showed off some games. They shoot Super Monkey Ball. They have Super fucking Monkey Ball for the phone by this time already, which means they already had 3D graphics. So I'm surprised that Konami or whoever the fuck made this game, if it was the Kojima team, they didn't make the effort of a brand new Metal Gear game. It's just really weird.
Yeah. I gotta say, when I was watching it, the one thing I did prefer in this over the real game, and I understand this is very biased, and I think anyone who's watched my gameplay would understand the crying wolf or screaming wolf, crying wolf,
Crying wolf.
crying wolf fight was so much better in this than the original
There's no
game.
geckos.
Well, there's geckos.
I mean, not geckos.
Or there's frogs, but they're not they're not all over the place, and they only appear like 2 or 3 at a time. And the wolf thing will just appear in front of you. And yeah, you have to use your sniper, but it's just right there. You can see it. It's not running around hiding from you and doing all sorts of whatever gymnastics or whatever. You know,
doesn't charge at your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like the whole it's stalking you. And it would like show from her perspective, and you're like, oh shit, where the fuck is she?
Yeah.
Like that definitely put me on my toes. I was like, oh my God.
I think I would have appreciated that more if I'd known what to do in that situation.
Well,
it's just like, it sees me, like, what do I do? Like, because it was, when I would try to control it, obviously I can't see where I'm going. I'm just kind of going based on what it's showing. And so it's like, crap, how do I like maneuver or whatever? And then it would come back to me and I would try to go hide somewhere and it was just right there already. It's like, oh, okay, cool. That's pointless. Like, what am I supposed to do? So
actually,
that's probably just a me problem.
This game? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 2009 in March. But yeah, made by Kojima Productions. So I'm really surprised that they didn't. They're so about pushing whatever hardware they're using.
Yeah.
That this was really a very off game for them to make. It seems like B team shit, but it seems like Kojima Productions made it. Who knows? Maybe they just had like 5 people on it. Like,
yeah.
Could you guys make a mobile game for the fucking iPhone? With what? I don't know. Just do MGS4 again somehow. Okay.
It definitely feels like. Well, I think they were probably forced to do it because you remember the iPod was in MGS4, so it was probably some kind of contract. Contract. What's that word? Contractual obligation, whatever that word is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's true.
That Apple was like, "Yo, yeah, we'll let you use our IP, but you got to give us a game exclusive," which it is exclusive to the iPhone, I believe, right?
Yeah, because Droid wasn't a thing yet.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So no. Like I said, it's fun. I'm watching it again. Watching it, I want to say like, yeah, man, like I have fond memories of it, but I don't. But like you said, this should have been a fucking arcade game, man. This should have been a full blown or even like the Time Crisis with the pedal. You step on the pedal,
because you come out of cover and everything.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Time Crisis is.
Oh, it would have been so much funner, and obviously a little better graphics, But the concept is good. The concept of the game is good. It's just on the phone, and it's super short, obviously too. It's what a whomping. How long is this video?
An hour.
Yeah, just short of an hour, I think. Yeah.
50 minutes just to fucking speed run your ass through this, and who knows how much it was?
Dude, it was like 10 plus, dude.
No way.
I want to say so. It was the most expensive thing I bought, I think.
That's crazy.
The most expensive thing you bought was $10.
Sorry, on the
iPhone. Ever.
No, it was between this and this
$7.99.
Did you find it? Was it $7.99?
Yeah, $7.99.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, still that's pretty high for
2009. Like that's for the
well, I mean, for a game of this caliber.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. $7.99. What the fuck? $2.
Well, exactly. When mostly everything in stores like 99 cents and shit like that. Yeah, you're like $7.
Yeah, like Angry Birds was not $7.99, dude.
No, that was like $5 something, right? Like $5.
Yeah, it was like $5. Like, and they gave you a taste of it too. They were like, "Yeah, here's some shit for free."
Yeah, exactly. Fruit Ninja, same thing, was like fucking free, and then like the deluxe version was like $2 or some shit like that. Yeah, Fruit Ninja. Damn, that brings me back. Fuck.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, we had our son playing that for a bit. We're like, just cut these and do whatever, and yeah, he loved it. Mm-hmm. And we're like, and when you have to like cut a whole bunch of them, we're like, do all your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was no Rose, Chris.
I was very grateful for that. Yeah,
no riding.
Nope.
Yeah, they talked about it briefly. I think they mentioned like after this scene here, like, oh, after Raiden fights what's his name to the death, you go and fight the other guy. And
Vamp, yeah. Oh yeah, how did they do the Metal Gear fight? Is it you just fighting Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I honestly I watched a good amount. I watched like some of the boss fights, and I went straight to the end fight, which is skipping ahead. It's just a boxing match where you're just I guess just tapping on the screen and punch Otacon. I don't know. It's Ocelot. It's fucking weird, dude. Yeah, I couldn't remember that. Yeah, I was like, how did they do this end part? I was like, oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, you just had block and punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they even did the whole music, the transitions where he goes into liquid ocelot, and then all that shit. Yeah, no, ocelot. And I've been thinking about this too, and I've been like, I'm just gonna start calling him Hal because that's been easier. But that Hal's not the problem. It's been ocelot that's been fucking me up.
No.
Oh man. So I was looking at the bust that's gonna come out for Delta,
right?
Which is just a collection figure. It doesn't include the game or anything like that. And I'm on Reddit, and the top comment in all caps says, "Clap my ass cheeks. Keep alerting the guards." And I was like, "God damn it!" Oh man, but it looks pretty cool. That bus looks not bad. I mean, I'm tempted to fucking try and get one, but
in other words, you're going to.
No, probably not. I should stop spending money on shit that I'm never gonna open. Actually, speaking of freaking one of our other
did you open the baby?
Producers? Yeah, the baby's open. The baby's been open.
No, but have you used it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You can use it, bro.
No, I don't know.
You just open it, take it out, and put it right back in.
No, it just has like 4 AA batteries. So I don't know how it's supposed to do what you say it does.
It has a gyro in it. It connects to the PS4, and you can rock that baby the way you do in the game.
Okay, I have not done that. No, because I haven't played that game in forever. The one thing that's not open.
What did you think the batteries were for then?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It just turns on the light.
Crazy German.
I'm crazy. I know. I'm from a different universe, probably. But the one that's not open is the PlayStation 4 Pro Special Edition. That's not open. That's still in box.
You should sell that shit.
I'm contemplating on what I'm selling. The point being is one of our producers was like, "Hey, how much you want for your?" And he said, "Your DSBB something." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, DSBB.
And he's like, "Death Stranding, baby." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, oh, "Dude, you fucking lost me there." I was like, "No, I don't think that's for sale."
You don't think it's for sale?
I don't think I'm gonna sell the baby. We'll see.
I don't think it's for sale.
I know. I'm gonna make a list of what I'm gonna be selling. There's definitely some stuff that I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of it, make some money off of it.
No. What about the Switches you have? Did you open all of them?
No, none of them are open.
Oh my god.
I know. I know the Monster Hunter, the Zelda, the OLED one was literally like, quote unquote free. It's from the arcade.
Oh, you wanted it in your arcade?
Yeah, quote unquote free because I spent more than what it would have cost me.
I was gonna say, how much did you spend?
But I was also having fun though. Like it wasn't like it was just it was like a double win. And I was playing arcade games. Yeah, it was like I'm playing arcade games. I'm having fun, and I got a prize out of it. So it washes out.
Can't believe that works on real people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're having fun spending this money. You're having fun spending this money.
I did have fun.
You keep telling. No, I'm just kidding. That's what all the addicts say.
Yeah, right. Oh, this needle feels good. This needle feels good.
I can quit whenever I want.
Yeah. Too real? Sorry.
Sorry. A little too dark.
Have you guys ever heard of oh man, what is his fucking name? This YouTuber, Brandon something. Brandon Rogers. He does a bunch of skits where he like dresses up whatever and he acts out a whole thing. And one of my favorite ones is where he's dressed up as as a mom, and you know she's like high octane whatever. She's got the baby and she like leaves the house and is just like, hey Brenda, whatever, runs to the fucking or drives to the shopping store to go fucking get some groceries, and she's whatever, but it's stuck in a loop. Like she's doing all this shit, like all the shit that a normal mom would do, and she's like, I'm a mom making a difference, and fucking gets home, and then she's like, ooh, a cup of coffee, and she like drinks a cup of coffee, and then every loop gets more and more fucking intense to like the point to where she's like punting the baby and like just doing like the crazy, just like yelling at her neighbor, like, fuck you, Brenda. Like just like it gets more and more insane. But if you pay attention, the mug has like a little logo on it, and the logo is a fucking needle. And you're just like fucking watching this shit going. And then at the end, she just kind of like stops and it just like kind of like crouches down on the ground. And she's like kind of like shaking. And then it like pans over to like these other people that are like observing her. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, she's like this every day. It's pretty sad. And then it pans back over to her, and she's not that mom that she thinks she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, I'm a mom making a difference. And then she like looks on the ground and she's like, oh, another cup of coffee. And it's a needle. And then it just cuts. And it's like, oh my God, what the fuck did I just watch? It's so fucking crazy. I mean, it's hilarious, but very dark.
Sure.
But yeah, Brandon Rogers, just look that shit up. He's fucking hilarious. I don't know if he's still doing that shit. Like he was big for a while. But yeah, I don't know how we got on that subject. I think I just yeah, I mean, I guess we're
making fun of German and his no, I did have fun.
Oh right, his addiction to collecting, yes.
Yeah.
And he was having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, what else do we have to say about this game? I mean, it did copy the mechanics too. Like when you do Mantis, you do shoot the doll and use the doll against Mantis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it very basic. Like I said, because even the octopus fight was very similar, whereas like octopus is invisible on the screen, and then unfortunately, like she comes into view, and then you shoot her, right? Because there's a little timer. Like I said, like we talked about time crisis and all that stuff. It would have been better if the timer wasn't on her, like it was just in the middle of the screen, and like, oh, can you find her? If you don't find her when the timer runs out, then she shoots at you.
Just like, here's your target. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it literally was like, here's where she's at. And you're like, oh, cool, thanks, game. I know exactly where she's at.
It's like Chris playing with fucking night vision goggles the whole time. Didn't get to experience all the weird camo things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a shooting gallery.
Yeah.
Game. They have the Gaga duck that heals you.
Yeah.
The Caratons don't heal you. They do something else, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe ammo? I don't know.
One of them gives you like a rocket launcher or something, doesn't it?
Oh, it might be one. Yeah, it might be one of those like like House of the Dead. You like shoot something and it gives you like a shotgun instead of a pistol or whatever you're holding.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They've shown it a few times. There's one guard that's has his hands up. If you don't shoot him, you get like also like a bonus to life or some shit like that.
There's there's some that are just like
don't shoot.
Like it's straight.
It's straight up
of other games. Yeah. Yeah, it's when you have to like have to shoot the doll, like Mantis's doll. You can't just because how else do you pick it up? You can't walk over there.
Yeah, I know. It just spawns in your inventory.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just a little thing. I think they were just curious, like, what can we make with the iPhone? And they were just like, they when the Kojima always kind of says when he's first making a game, he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this crazy shit, like stuff you've never seen before. And when the game comes out, people are like, oh, so did you do everything like you wanted to do with this game? And they're like, nah. Like once we finally got the dev kit, we like realized like this system just like wasn't as powerful as we like hoped it would be. And I feel like the same thing happened here. I think they had some big dreams maybe to do something, and then they realized, oh yeah, we can't do what we want. Like we might as well just make something small, like just to keep MGS4 in people's minds. Like, hey, remember this game? Like, and that was it. So
yeah, just a one-time thing. Yeah.
Yep. I do got to say, this is my favorite version of MGS4.
I had a feeling something was going to come up like that. Yeah. I was actually no, I'm lying. So when you said we're not postponing, we're going to do it tonight, and I said okay, like I got some shit to get off my chest. Like god damn, even the mobile version fucked this pissing them off.
No, yeah, no, that was work stuff. It wasn't the game.
I was like, man, dude, he even hates he hates this fucking this Flash game so much too.
No, like I want to play it. Like I just want to. I do miss like old school, just like shooting gallery type of games.
Sure,
yeah, they're just mindless fun. Yep. Yeah,
yep.
I miss all that shit, and I don't feel like our kids will ever see this kind of shit again unless someone is nostalgic for it and makes a game like it.
No, for sure. I think that generation today is so much more different than what we are because we've talked about this before when we said back in the day, we had 1 or 2 games if you were lucky, let's call it 5 games in your collection. Yeah. You played them over and they sucked. Maybe 2 of them were good. And you just played them over and over and over again. And we made your own challenges like, I'm going to beat it with no mushrooms. Or I'm going to beat it, as fast as I can, upside down, blindfold. You just made these challenges because that's all you had to do. And like today's generation, like one of my nephews, like this guy has infinite amount of games at his disposal. And he's just like he just downloaded fucking, I don't know, Spider-Man or whatever. Oh. And then like an hour later, he downloaded another game, and then an hour later, I'm like, motherfucker, these are like full-blown games that you could spend hundreds of hours on. You're like, I'm bored. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's crazy, But yeah, like you said, like some mindless games. Like he likes the Friday Nights at Freddy's, and I tried playing them with him. He asks me for help all the time. He's like, "Hey, you help me beat this?" Like, I can't beat him. I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know how to play your game. I'm like, all right, give it to me. I'm like, let me figure out what to do. And then you're like, okay, I kind of have some fun. I do cheat because I go online. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And they're like, oh, when you hear the laughing sound, go to the left door. And I'm like, oh, okay. How are you supposed to figure that out? I don't fucking know, but that's what they told me to do.
I played the game, German. You fucking cheater.
Well, again, I'm just there to help him beat that night.
We put in all that work. I played those fucking games. I had to figure that shit out on my own.
Did you? So the game doesn't tell you. You just got to figure it out. Okay.
No, yeah. And to be honest, that's part of the whole game is not knowing, because that's what, we've talked about, like horror stuff, right? Like the less you know, the scarier it is. Mm-hmm. That's what Five Nights is.
That's what it was. Because whenever he asks me for help, he's always like on night 3. So I'm like, did you miss something in the tutorial? Like, was there something? I'm like, dude, I don't know why this clown keeps jumping out or whatever, Yeah. And sometimes he has false information. So he'll be telling me like, no, he's like, every time you hear this, you gotta knock 3 times, whatever, Yeah. Like, what the fuck? That's so random. But I'm like, and then like I said, we can't beat that night. And I'll look it up online. I'm like, bro, you're not supposed to do that 3 times. What are you supposed to do? He's like, oh, my friend told me this. I'm like, and it reminds me of the schoolyard rumors. Exactly. I'm like, no, that's not how it works, bro. But then yeah, so I always thought he was just skipping something, and I was like, where did it tell you about these things? So you just figure it out. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what that's how the Five Nights got so big. It was all word of mouth, people screaming on YouTube, like because yeah, at the beginning, yeah, they're scary because you're like, you get fucking jump scared. You're like, what
sure,
why the fuck did that happen? And you're just like, the adrenaline, whatever.
Or you're like, I thought I was doing good. Like, I was so good. Yeah.
And it becomes, we've been there. Yeah, and it becomes so intense because you're just like you're kind of figuring it out, and you're like, okay, I got this. And then you get jump scared out of nowhere. You're like, God fucking damn it, I got to start all over. But yeah, I mean, once you figure it out, like the fear goes away, and it's all about being technical and just
it's all about, it's actually about executing the perfect pattern. It's true. Once I did figure it out, I'm like, all right, left door.
Yes,
okay,
that becomes the flashlight. Part, yeah.
Flashlight. Okay, now push the button 3 times. So I'm like, okay, I got it. And then now I'm not scared. I'm like, can I do it? Yeah.
Yeah, because when you like, you can totally see like the evolution of every FNAF player, pretty much. Like if you ever watched like Markiplier do the first one, because yeah, like everyone starts out slow and scared, and they're like, God damn, like I don't understand this and that, and they're like listening to the guy on the phone and stuff, and they're like, okay, but also they're trying to listen to the guy on the phone, but also they're like, wait, are people coming at me? Like shit, I got to look at the cameras, and you're like, you're depleting your battery and all this shit. But then by the end of the series, like Markiplier is just like a machine. He's just like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I gotta do that. And now he doesn't scream out of fear. Now he screams out of fucking frustration. He's like, God fucking damn it. And
I'm so close. Yeah. No, you're 100% right, actually. Because I went in helping him, really thinking I'm not going to like these games. They're stupid, whatever. I ended up walking away, like you said, excited about for me, unfortunately, because I would go online every time because I didn't know like that I didn't know you had to figure it out. I just thought he was just not telling me the right information, or he was skipping the tutorials or whatever. So like once I was like, okay, like I wasn't like going like on a play by play. They were just saying, this guy attacks in this way, this how you prevent it. And so I was like, okay, so then it was about me figuring out my patterns. Like, no. Every time you hear it, turn around, bro, turn around. That's the best way to keep them from coming in, whatever. So yeah, no, it is true what you're saying, that you start off super scared, and it becomes like, I can do this. I can execute this. I can do it perfectly.
Yeah, that's where the fun comes from. Because like, I agree. It did, when those games came out, I really was not on board. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I can make a game like this. Like, it's just an image that you pan left and right. Like, what the fuck is this game? And like everyone was playing it, and I'm like, what the hell? And
it's like Flappy Bird. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like why is this so big? And the games were coming out like months.
Oh man,
like Five Nights 1, and then like 4 months later, Five Nights 2, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like these games are hella coming out fast.
Oh man, yeah.
And then I got really into them because I was just like, same, I was just like, this is dumb, and then it would scare me, and then I'm trying to fucking be perfect, and yeah, that's how the fuck did we get on FNAF? Oh, you were saying something about your nephew.
Yeah, about games being the old, just different.
Yeah, the way I think of it too is like the kids from Back to the Future 2, which by the way, one of them's Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
When it's like they're trying to figure out how to play the shooter game.
Yeah,
which I think it's like it's not Gunsmoke, is it? I forget.
I don't know.
But yeah, fucking Marty McFly walks up to it, and he's like, yeah, let me show you how to fucking do this. And he goes, bap, 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 bap. He fucking gets them all. And they're like, what? You mean you have to use your hands?
Yeah.
That's lame. And they just walk away, and fucking Marty McFly's like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's totally, yeah, kids are, it's gonna, you'd have to show them. You'd have to take them to the arcade when they're young. You know, like that's the thing is the arcades nowadays suck. They're not like that. And they're not like how they used to be.
No, 100%. There's a lot of games that are 100% just coin guzzlers. There's no way to survive. You're just going to spend money. There's games that are,
and some of them are fucking mobile phones in arcade form. Like, what the hell?
But what's funny is, like I said, there was plenty of games. I'm sure there's still some out there. Like I said, Time Crisis. It was a skill-based game. You could beat it with $1 if you were good enough. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these new games, like there was one that was Batman. I was like, ooh, Batman. I was like, this is kind of cool. You got to chase. You're driving through Gotham. You got to chase down and capture all the villains. It's designed for you to die. Like there's no way to. You're like, what the fuck? I'm like, so no matter how good I get, there's sections where you'll always just either take damage or run out of time. And they're like, oh, please insert more coins. I'm like, dude, that defeats the purpose. Because back in the day, if you were good, you could do it with that one credit.
Yeah, it's not skill based.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, fucking kids.
Yeah. Kids nowadays, back in my day.
Yeah. No, I know. No, it's funny because what is it? Everything history repeats itself. Like they'll be like, hey man, there's this game where you play with this fake plastic gun and you step on it. Like, motherfucker, that's Time Crisis. That's been out.
Yeah.
When it comes back around or some shit, there'll be some new game that they'll claim it's new. They discovered it. You know, hey, I discovered this cool new game. They're like, motherfucker.
Yeah. You don't know shit about fuck.
I was gonna say the hipsters are gonna say, you know, we liked this before it was cool, and
yeah,
no, you
didn't. The way German said it, it kind of reminded me of Spider-Man in Infinity War, where they're trying to figure out how to rescue Doctor Strange from the alien ship, and Spider-Man's like, I have an idea. Have you ever heard of this really old movie called Alien? And it's like, it just aged everybody who was watching this movie. Like, oh my God, Alien is old. It's like from fucking the 70s. Like, fucking, but yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a Metal Gear Solid Touch. For those who were lucky enough to play it back in the day, or still have like an old iPhone that could run it. It's still on there. Damn, dude. Is that 3GS that we have, the one that's yours? Does it have it on there?
It should. You have it? I thought you gave it back to me. Either way,
I don't know if I want to give it back to you.
It should, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to fix it.
I've never been able to fucking fix it because, like, yeah, you were saying you wanted to recover some photos and stuff, but
I did reach out to some guy who fixes a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, like, he's good. Let's just say he's very, very knowledgeable. And I reached out, hey man, I told him I got this 3DS, whatever. I told him the battery was bloated. I don't even know the password anymore. I'm like, and he goes, because he does because he even does this thing where like he goes into the BIOS or some shit and he turns off that, you know, like
the check
delete. Yeah, whatever. So he just puts it to unlimited password and entries and he just brute forces it. And he's like, your password was this, you know. And long story short, I was like, could you do this? And he was like, yeah. He goes, I've done it all the time. It's about $230. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
So I haven't done that one back. But yeah, I mean, that's an option. Like I said, if I can get it working again, that'd be kind of cool to see if the Metal Gear's still on there.
Damn. We have a relic on our hands. It turns on. We just can't see it because the screen's fucked, right?
Well, now everything's fucked. The battery bloated up on that sucker. Yeah. Yeah, because it would turn on, but yeah. The last time I saw it turn on, I couldn't remember my password. And I tried to reset it, and it was like, what's your iCloud? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Fuck, Apple iCloud. I'm like, Jesus.
It's just gone.
Oh, it's gone, dude.
It wasn't even called iCloud at that point. It was called .me.
Was it?
Shit like that?
Jesus.
Yeah. Man, that was so long ago. Anyways, yeah. That was Metal Gear Solid Touch, which is just MGS4 arcade version.
Yeah. Very short, but yeah. Whatever. For $7, I want to know. I'm surprised. Not surprised. I'm curious to know who, like, how many people actually bought it. Like, how many units it sell and shit like that.
Yeah.
If only I had a rope.
Yeah, I know. Did you look that up? Did it tell you?
Maybe it might tell
roughly how many downloads?
Oh,
I don't think so.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay.
Have we all watched the Delta trailer, the one that was quote unquote leaked on the PS5 store? But
yeah, I did.
Actually, just officially.
I haven't
released
yet.
on PS5? Oh, you haven't yet?
I haven't yet.
Chris, let's watch it right now.
All right.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here. I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss. I see it. The fear. A great, terrible fury at being alive. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
But I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
He's still Liquid's line.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Did you
close.
say that in the game?
Oh, it's not over yet. That's right.
Oh, what's that, Chris?
Apes.
Apes.
I do remember you mentioning that was in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy for the people who never got to experience Subsistence because the HD collection didn't have it. The 3DS version didn't have it. So yeah, this is bringing back the Ape Escape monkeys. No, they're apes, right? The Ape Escape apes. The Ape Escapes. Apes. Apes escape.
Apes.
Apes.
Apes. Apes.
Apes.
Yeah. I do have a nitpick. Everything looks like plastic. Is it just me?
No,
Yeah,
it is
I
definitely
can
got
kind of
different
see
look.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's too fucking clean and everything looks like plastic. But hopefully I won't notice it as I'm playing it. It looks like a fucking CG trailer, but I know that it's all pre-rendered. But yeah, that's probably my only complaint about it. And maybe also I don't know if I've never noticed it in the original game, but Snake aiming that RPG with his missing eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole internet also kind of was just like, how the fuck is he aiming that? And it's just like, yeah, if you were missing an eye, would you want to aim with, because he'd be aiming with his left eye, right? So would he rather aim with that where he can see around and just kind of like fucking Luke Skywalker and just use the Force and be like, hopefully I'm shooting in the right place? Or would you rather not see your surroundings and just aim with your good eye through the RPG?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Right? It's a dilemma. It's like, what benefits
think-
you missing an eye?
Yeah, I think it's probably. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be one of those like muscle memory thing that he's so used to bringing it up to that eye, that he probably doesn't even notice it right off the bat. It's not even gonna stop in the middle of the bat, like, oh wait, let me switch fucking eyes, So
Yeah, that was probably his dominant eye. His right
exactly,
eye.
So it's just a force of habit to just bring it up to that eye level. But then he's shot so many weapons that he's probably got a good aim, even though he's missing an eye. I don't know. There's another picture out there that I'll find later and I'll post it at an appropriate time about aiming from the wrong eye.
Oh, isn't that the one where they're just like fixed it and they like
Oh, it's
they
that
just
one.
flip
Yeah,
the image. They just flip the image.
It's that one, but yeah, there was the original caption from it. It said like, "I hope you guys know what you're doing because I can't see shit" or something like that.
What do you think, Chris? You excited to play this version?
I am. Yeah. I think I talked about before, like if it's like a shot for shot remake, I wasn't so excited for it, or I couldn't justify the $70. But the more I see, like I'm really interested, especially since they have like the new game mode as well. And I think the thing I'm most interested in seeing is not from my perspective, but anyone who plays MGS3 for the first time, how they're going to handle the sorrow. Because it took me a long time to figure that out. And I'm curious to see anyone else who's new to the series, if this is their first game, how long is it going to take them to figure it out? Especially if this is their first Kojima game, because they're not going to be expecting that, well, I have to think outside the box. I have to, try something else or whatever. So how many people are going to get to that point and quit and never play the rest of the game because they could not figure out how to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's what's interesting. Like for the what's it called Psycho Mantis fight, there was a way out. Even arguably for what do you call it? The whole fission mailed and all that stuff. Like you can exit the game. You can actually or you can continue if you push start. Because I don't know if we told you that. Like you can actually like restart that checkpoint there, if you will, if you were to push start, I believe. But I'm sure that one also had like it would eventually you would realize, hey, I'm playing the same section over and over again or something like that. Does the Sorrow have a safety if you keep
like a fail safe?
Yeah, like you keep touching them and you keep failing and you keep accepting retry. Is there finally a point where they will say, "Oh, I get it. You must be in a dream. Like fucking take the wake up pill or some shit like that." You know?
Well,
and what triggers it?
There was a clue given to Chris. He just didn't notice it.
Yeah.
After dying for the third time. No, after dying for the third time, it literally shows him the pill, and he just hit retry or whatever.
Oh, it actually brought it up. I do remember bring it up. I thought he
brought up the menu. And I was like, what the fuck? And Chris fucking restarted again. And I was like, no. I was like, we're going to be here for a while, guys. Because he has to die like another 3 times again for it to fucking pop up. But
that was
fun. Just me and Shaq going, wake up.
I remember that. We're like, wow, we were telling him like, oh man, we were telling him, he's just looking at the sky. What was it that made you look at the sky? We gave you a clue and you started looking up.
You were saying something about like what happens when you die or something. And
I said, what would Jesus do? Is what I said.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh man.
And you're like, what would Jesus do? I don't know. And you're like looking around.
Start staring at the sky for some reason for like a full minute. We're like, no, that's not it.
I'm like, do I ascend to heaven? Like,
do I pass? What is it? When you die and you go into the next
pearly
plane?
gates.
But there's like a term for it.
Purgatory?
No. Like you move on, but there's like passed on or something like that.
Yeah,
because there's passing away when you die, but then there's like the next step when you actually like move on from like being stuck on Earth or whatever.
Yeah,
I think that's just like some shit like whatever.
But so we're gonna talk a little about Delta, right? Like I was wondering, like
we are.
I thought that was the thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Dude, you gotta be careful with it. So I was wondering. No, I just don't understand half the thing. So we were talking about like 1 for 1 and you know this and that. Like, will they change it? Will they not? Like, should they change it? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was just thinking about like Chris was saying with the Sorrow fight and just most of the fights in general. Like, will they keep some of the cheese or will they try to remove it? Like, for the fear, right? Like that stun lock you can get them in noise. You said right, where you flash them and then you just shoot the shit out of them or whatever. Like, will that still be part of the game? Will they get rid of it?
The end, yeah.
The end, well, yeah. Like, you have to kind of keep that in the game, right? That's part of the whole,
yeah.
You know, going back to it, like I was just wondering, will we actually get some? We were talking about new areas and stuff like that, and we were arguing whether or not it would be done because the whole like it would require new writing, new recordings and all that stuff, which now we know there is some recordings going on, so we don't really know what's going on yet. But it made me think, like, what if there's like they really ramp it up and even the boss fights are expanded upon, like you're fighting the boss like normal, and then like there's like a second phase to every boss or something like that, like, and actually like make them actually harder or something like that, you know, that'd be kind of interesting. Or like, especially like we're saying, we've already beaten it. So like, okay, I'm just gonna fight the fear now. It's easy peasy. And all of a sudden, like you get to like half his health or whatever. He's like, oh, guess what? Now I'm actually gonna really try. Like with the new technologies, they could probably do an even better fight, if you will. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Just curious as to what else could be done.
I'm now on the fence about that whole 1-to-1 remake. I was talking about this with my wife. I was telling her, like, if it's 1-to-1. It feels lazy because it's like you're just doing the 1-to-1, you're updating graphics and the combat system, which also means you need to upgrade the enemy AI. So there is effort into all that. But after playing a little bit of Silent Hill 2 Remake and watching our buddy Hey Jay play through most of it, it now makes me wish that they did that to Delta, because the Silent Hill 2 Remake is pretty much like almost all brand new. Like they took so many liberties that it was like really bold and really brave of them for, you know, Bloober Team to be like, we're going to make Silent Hill 2 Remake, but we're going to make it our own. But also, we're going to pay homage to the original and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm kind of jealous of Silent Hill 2 getting a full on remake and reimagining,
Mm-hmm.
and Delta's just going to be a 1-to-1 remake. It's I don't know. I'm really on the fence about it now.
Oh yeah, I know it is. It's like for me, especially it being my top game. It's like Chris said, a 1-to-1, cool. Like I never complained about the graphics. Like yeah, it's gonna be better gameplay, but I like the original. So does it justify a $70 purchase?
Yeah.
If you say, oh, we're adding a bunch of new stuff, I'm like, cool, I'm interested. But now it's like, is it a good? Is it well done? Is it fucked up? It's like, will it quote unquote insult me like Twin Snakes did to you? Will it be like, fuck this shit?
It did insult me multiple times. Almost every frame of that game.
It's just very interesting to me because, like I said, it's my favorite game. So yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah,
good insight, Chris.
Thank you. No, I like you were saying, like I can't necessarily justify a 1-to-1 remake, even if it's a remaster, and they're upgrading graphics and everything. I cannot see that and necessarily justify a $70 price. I don't know. I can't do it, but we'll see. That's just me personally.
Yeah, that price is kind of rough.
I could see paying as high. I'd go as high as 50.
Sure.
I would prefer like 40 bucks, but I'd pay as high as 50. But $70 for just remastering the game, and I get it takes time. People
Sure.
have to be paid. The company has to make money and everything. I get that, but like I can't justify $70. It's also my number one game so far, and I couldn't justify it being $70
and even though like they're saying now Apes is back, I'm also still like just Apes though. I'm like that's what I'm saying. Like hope and more, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like I hope that and more means like a lot more, because then I'm like okay, $70 here he goes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna buy it. Period. If 70 or not, I just will feel less offended if I pay 70 and there's more shit to it.
Like hopefully MGO, like you said.
Yeah, the new MGO would be kind of cool, or God, like, hey, like, what if this Delta, it's another subsistence, if you would. So it's got monkeys on there, and yeah, they throw in fucking some remastered. Again, we keep throwing it out there, fucking acid or some shit. Like okay, fuck it. I'll just get a remastered acid version of it.
Oh yeah.
Or we talked about Acid 3. What if they just did like there's a whole nother side game, a little mini game, on side of Apes, where it's another something else, something we didn't think about, not just Apes, just some other mini game, card collecting game or some shit, whatever you want to call missions? It, I'll take VR missions at this point. I would take VR missions. Wow. Screw it, yeah. Give me 200 VR missions. But don't make 300, but don't make them like I said, where it was like, oh, you have to do the time trial, then do the actual. No, just let them be what let you start off right, like do 1 or 2 to ease players into it, and then start with all the cool ones. Or let me skip around. Let me go around wherever I want, not make them sequential.
Yeah. Am I mistaken here? Is it also coming to PS4?
Huh.
Oh, by the way, they missed an opportunity for the release date.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Yeah, they chose the 28th of August. Why the fuck would they do that? It's 4 days off.
I know. When they said that, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, wait, but he's not there no more. And I'm like, the long con. It's the long con noise. It's going to come back.
Oh, God damn it.
I planned this the whole time.
Yeah. Kojima's been behind this the whole time.
I left. Yeah, it was all part of the ruse. You guys hated Konami as part of the marketing scheme for whatever.
Yeah, it's been almost 10 years since he left.
No way. Jeez.
April 1st. That's what really made it suspicious.
Yeah.
Like
we haven't talked about that in
Day?
forever. We haven't talked about that in forever. That's crazy.
2015. So yeah, it's almost 10 years since he left the company.
Everybody, I mean, the dates were just crazy. Remember, like the April Fools, and there was something else that happened around Kojima's birthday, right? And we're like, this is, we're like, is this? We're like, are they fucking with us? Everybody was like, is they? And they're like, no, like this is legit. We're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why are these dates so coincidence though?
Yeah, but I feel like it would have been a good birthday present for Kojima to be like, this is how much we love the game. We hope you like what we do.
There's a little at least what do you call it, piece on an olive branch we released it on your birthday.
Yeah. I guess they've been starting to share stills, and one of them I put on Discord. It was that fucking it's part of the Snake versus Monkey, but like a giant mech
Metal Monkey. Yeah.
ape. Yeah, like what the. I
Mhm.
thought that was pretty cool.
And then there was, you said like don't buy into the hype or some shit like that. Like
yes,
there's is that planned paid DLC?
that is their official paid DLC.
Jesus.
These sneaking suits and this bullshit.
You get a Keraton mask and a Gakko mask, and I'm like, what the? Don't you get a monkey mask too? Maybe, I don't know.
No, I
But-
didn't see that, but yeah, there's like a golden version of him.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like none of that is
Appealing.
definitely not. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you get some sunglasses. You get like I don't know. You get like one that's got like the bullet belt or whatever. You know, we want to
Uh-huh.
call that. You know, and I'm like, that one's cool. That's the coolest one at most. But I'm like, I ain't paying no fucking amount of money for this shit. Are you kidding me? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know who's gonna buy it. Like, if you like it, cool. But yeah, that's definitely not. I'm not paying. Again, maybe many years down the line or something, $1 for them, sure, but I ain't paying any top dollar for that shit. No thanks.
Yeah, and me saying like don't buy into the hype wasn't like don't pre-order the game or anything like that. I was just like, this is fuck this aesthetic bullshit. Well, I mean, it changes the game also. It
does
changes
stuff.
your camo
Yeah.
index,
Yeah,
just like the subsistence stuff. You know, like the Santa suit, like all that shit affected the gameplay because they're like, there's a bright red man in the jungle. Like your camo index was shit, but it was funny. I'm just so done with these fucking microtransactions and all this shit. Like this is the thing that pushes me away from video games. You know,
yeah. I
like
saw
even
this
Monster
thing.
Hunter's doing it with all their, you know, like look at all
Yeah.
these pre-order bonuses. Like I don't give a fuck. This doesn't do anything for me for the game. Like nothing. It doesn't make the game better. Why are you? It's what bugs me the most is it's in the code. When you buy the
Oh,
game, all that shit is there. You're just paying to unlock this code that
Unlock.
you already have on your device.
Uh-huh.
I think that's fucked. DLC used to be DLC. You had to buy it and then you could download it.
Hmm.
So it's just a slap in the face of just like, hey, you know, it's like a mobster who's like, hey, it sure is nice to have protection, huh?
Yeah, as he's
From
breaking your store
me.
and shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
He's ransacking your store and is asking you to pay him for protection. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're the fucking guy who's breaking my shit.
Well, that's how insurance got started in America.
Insurance?
That's why
Oh yeah.
we have insurance the way we do it today. Yeah, is because of literal mobsters. Hey, you know, you can pay us to protect you, or something might go wrong. You know, I don't know if you guys heard about what's going on. This is a little bit of a tangent, but with all the fires and everything going on in Southern California, there's a lot of insurance companies that are thinking of just leaving California entirely.
Yeah,
which
I've
is
heard
stupid.
about
Like the whole point of paying for insurance is for coverage for that.
that. For this, yeah.
And now they're like, no, we don't want to cover that.
We don't want to insure houses in California. I know,
Yeah.
and somehow it's legal. Somehow it's like, yeah. Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know, fucking dumb shit.
One of the biggest
One
scams
thing-
in America.
Oh, of course, you'll pay your entire life into it. Never make a claim, but the second you do, God forbid you. You know.
Yeah,
God
and
help
then your
you
rates
fucking-
skyrocket.
Yeah. God help you get the money
You're
that
too
you're
high
owed.
risk. Yeah.
Yeah. I was reading some Reddit stuff, and in the game, it looks like it might be because it was just a still image. It wasn't like a full thing, but it looks like you will be able to swap out camo on the fly. Like you don't actually have to pause the game and like go into your backpack and swap out camo. Like
It's like a pop-up menu.
yeah. So I'm like, dude, that's kind of cool. Just do it on the fly. There, it looks kind of cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that was like the biggest downfall of the original game. I was just like, oh god, I gotta
Pausing it every time. Yep.
Jesus, yeah.
I wonder. So I know how they're doing like battle damage on the uniform and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
wonder if excessive battle damage will hinder its camo index. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
As it gets
I'm-
bloodier and more ripped up.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll drop. I'm sure there's going to be like a limit. I mean, it's very interesting. What if there is no limit? What if your outfit can get so fucked up it's literally worthless, right?
You just naked snake all the time.
Yeah. Like that one just gets ripped up to high heavens. That'd be cool, interesting mechanic, you know, for that playthrough. Not for like for every playthrough going forward, but like for that playthrough, that camo is so fucked up you can't use it no more. That'd be kind of interesting
Wow.
mechanic.
Yeah,
or is
I
it
could-
going to be?
I could see that being a thing for like European extremes.
Yeah, I was gonna say in
Yeah.
the settings, yeah, for sure. Because like either way, though, like I said, just in general, will it affect your camo index in general? And if it does, how much? Is there a threshold? Is it like once the max it'll ever drop will be like 10%, and that's it. You know, after that it won't drop anymore, and it can't get ripped up anymore. But like you said, if you play like on a quote unquote realistic version or European Extreme or whatever, it's like, oh no, your uniform will get completely thrashed and it's gone. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of interesting. Now I'm excited. Fuck. Now I'm excited again. Oh man, that like I said, you're fighting
What
the
a roller
Fury
coaster.
and he fucking he burns your ass up, or you just get caught by fire grenades or whatever, and your shit gets burnt. It's gone. You know,
I guess
because
it's
there were
not
so
a
many
pop-up
camos you never
one.
used.
Oh yeah,
There was because they were like, oh, this one's got a 90, an 85 against the forest, but this one's got a 90. Fuck it, use the 90. Why would you ever use the other one? But now, if your 90 is all burnt up, or you don't want to fuck it up, you might use the 80.
yeah.
You don't want to ruin it.
Or just do what I did on European Extreme and just play naked. Fuck it.
Just play naked. Yeah, fucking play naked. That's true. That's true. I wonder if you can repair your outfits. That'd be interesting.
You get your sewing kit out.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You fucking sew yourself, but you already have it, the needle.
Yeah.
They could make it a Dead by Daylight style and make it a skill check too.
A skill check, yeah.
You have to roll some dice. Skill check.
Well, you just have to it's just a timed button press type thing.
Yeah. No, yeah. QTE.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I'm excited about this because it's just the same game with a little bit of extra stuff. Kind of like, hate to say it again, but Tears of the Kingdom just reused the same fucking map, added a bottom, and barely any islands up in the sky, and then charged us $70 for it. I hated that.
Yeah.
That was a real fucking kick in the nuts. So that's why I was just like, nah, I'm not paying for that. But yeah, it's just I have to buy this because of the fucking podcast. But other than that, I if it wasn't for the podcast, I honestly don't know if I would buy this. To be perfectly honest, just like Chris said, like yeah, I don't know if it justifies that price. And the prices around the world are fucking ridiculous. They're way higher than what the currency exchanges would be for us.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys have seen the prices for like Australia and all these other countries and stuff. Just for Delta, and they're like, dude, this is what the fuck is going on with these prices?
Brazil's usually the worst, yeah.
Or they got some weird like they got some weird like electronic laws or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's their tariffs or like
tariffs. That's what it is. Yeah, the tariffs. Yeah. That's what it is.
80 euros. So that would be for Europe.
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
Exception of the UK.
Yeah, that's right. Brexit. Yeah. Oh, it's just a collector's edition. Yeah, I forget what it was for Australia. It was like 129 Australian dollars or some shit, and it like translates to like $90 for us. And it's like, fuck, what the hell?
Just the base game?
Yeah. Yeah, not even the digital deluxe or the collector's edition or anything like that. It's just like base game's this. Yeah, I don't know. Prices are getting kind of outrageous. And then I forget where I heard this, but like GTA 6 might be the first $100 game base.
Oh yeah, jeez.
Yeah, shit's getting cray, man.
And how many times have they released GTA 5?
I know they don't have enough fucking money. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope for the best for this game. I hope it surprises me. To be honest.
That's what that said. What it's talking about the new like the camo. I was like, ooh, will this? That kind of got me hyped for it. I was like, okay. Like if they I'll be sad if they don't do any of that. If the tearing of it is just cosmetic and it's limited and it doesn't add to the game, then I'm like, oh, then that's cool, but they didn't do anything exciting, But if it can be destroyed or etc., I'm kind of excited again. I'm like, ooh, cool.
Yeah, it should be
a new challenge.
Mechanic. Yeah. I'm still gonna play it naked. I don't know. It just adds to that fucking challenge.
I wonder how good they'll be compared for the whole naked now. Like how good they'll see you. Like how much harder will it make it? That's interesting. I'll definitely do a naked run through myself.
Dude, in the original, they see you from across the map so easy. Like the fucking alert will just be like normally, like that very first soldier that's like walking slowly towards you and you have to hide behind that tree trunk. You don't make it to the tree trunk unless you are fucking crawling.
Oh, really?
Like if you're walking, I'm like, huh? And it's like, fuck. Like, God damn it. And since European Extreme, it's just like game over, retry.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he'll fucking spot you before you get to that tree. That's why that crouch walk mod was fucking godsend. Like, thank God for that one. But yeah, you guys won't experience that until 3DS version. Don't know exactly how we're going to do that. I think Chris and I's PCs are strong enough to emulate it. German, that 1660 laptop will definitely not run it.
No.
3D
see if I can buy it.
Yeah, 3DS emulators are pretty CPU heavy, or not CPU heavy, but just heavy altogether. As far as emulators go, I would like to play it IRL too, but like I said, I'd have to grab the 3DS from our niece because she has all that shit that I gave her, and I definitely need the Circle Pad Pro. But yeah, any other words for Delta?
No, I'm just like I said. I'm hoping for the best. I'm buying it regardless. I don't think I'm gonna get the special edition, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, hey, we're gonna make it. It's gonna be August, so yeah. My here's my money. My money is on. We're gonna finish early, and we're gonna have like nothing to do till August, I guess.
Oh no,
What do you
we have some things that we could do. I can look up. So, remember there was some like Metal Gear clones out there, like
Oh yeah.
like some indie ones, like Unmetal, I think is what one of them's called. There's one on the phone called like Sneak Forever or some shit like that.
Sneak forever. What the
Yeah. So we can check out those things there. If we really want to, we could do Death Stranding
Oh yeah.
because that's also a Kojima game. Chris, you know
That's
anything
true.
about that game?
I know it's called Walking Simulator. That's about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that one might take a minute if we do finish that early. But I think we may finish in June.
That's what I was thinking, June. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as my calculations are, I think June might be where we finish what would be Survive.
Oh.
I don't really want to play
Cool.
Survive.
I don't either. I've never even. I don't even. Yeah.
What's the price for Survive right now?
I was gonna say it seems like it's still. I don't know. I don't know about your guys' Steam or is it Steam? Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure you can get on sale on Steam, but I think physical copy is still like fucking $20-$30, dude.
$30 on Steam.
Is it?
Christ,
Yeah. So it's the same as the physical.
that's so much.
Ooh,
What a-
GameFly. Maybe sign up to GameFly.
Yeah, for you, yeah.
Do the free trial, dude. I'll do the free trial of GameFly.
Let's see, Green Man Gaming. Ooh, Green Man Gaming has it for I think when's my birthday? Boop, 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 boop. $14.
Nice.
I mean that's half. But yeah, that's Green Man Gaming. I mean that's
What's screen? This is a different site.
yeah, Green Man Gaming has like deals, like they make deals with companies and they sell keys for cheaper for a little bit.
And then what you use that key on Steam?
Yeah, they give you
Oh,
the
okay.
Steam key. Yeah,
Okay.
and these guys are legit because there are some sites that are like
Not
kind of
legit.
sketch where you're like, am I buying a stolen key?
G2A.
Oh yeah, G2A. Yeah, because like,
So what happens if you buy a stolen key? It will work or
well, it'll work until like maybe the owner of that key tries to play that game and they're like, hey, what the fuck? And then they'll report it and it'll just deactivate on your side.
oh, because he has
Like
to
it-
prove that he paid for it.
Right. And like they won't like sue you or anything because you bought it, you paid money for it. So like the people that would actually face the consequences would be the people who sold it to you. But G2A never faces fucking consequences.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, even that too. You're like, I just punched in a bunch of random numbers. I got lucky. I got
Yeah.
1 in 1 billion.
I just happened, yeah.
I got that 1 in 1 billion, man.
But yeah, this game's not demanding at all. It's like the same specs as Metal Gear Solid 5. So yeah, if you want to play it on your laptop, German, you can play it on there, or like you said, just fucking GameFly it
Yeah, I like
on
that.
PS4. But then we won't be able to play together.
Do they still even have a server?
Yeah,
I thought there was really.
yeah.
Well, maybe we'll see. We'll get
Let me-
there. That's June. That's
let me
June's
see.
problem.
Yeah,
June the month.
June the month. Yeah, not our producer. Let's see. Metal Gear Solid Survive is dead. Let's see. Game is nearly 6 years old. Most game servers around that mark are mostly dead. The game is 6 years old. Most game servers are yeah. Okay, just read that twice. The server's been dead since launch. But I mean, it doesn't matter. We just need to find ourselves. It's just, who said this? Turnover
said-
big 1619. I like this game. Downvote. Oh, I'm not logged in. Whatever. I'm gonna find your comment. I'm down, but down.
I like this game.
When they shut down Survive and no one can play it anymore, I predict contrarians and dorks that tragically got hyperfixated on the most mid game of all time. It's such a shame. The game was actually amazing. Yeah, there's always those fucking people, and people will believe them. Well, so far, I mean, it's still yeah, their servers are still up, so maybe they'll still be up by the time we get to it
Okay.
in June, as we predict, possibly in June. Wait, what? Oh, just the server maintenance. Yep. So yeah, I guess that marks our 49th episode,
Yeah.
which means Chris is gonna go bye-bye next week.
Indeed. It'll be weird. I was talking to AJ earlier and telling him like what we got coming up next. And I said it's gonna be weird. I'm gonna have an open Friday night. I'm not gonna know what to do with myself.
You can do your own podcast and just record yourself and be like, I wonder what the guys are talking about.
Yeah. Just me being quiet trying to listen. Can you hear him?
Putting your ear to the ground. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, Chris, you could, if you want, you can get like a little head start on Peace Walker if you want.
Okay.
If you want to just like learn the mechanics, but I don't know, it's not that hard, right, German? Like it's if you played 4, Peace Walker will make sense like right away.
Oh, dude, I think so.
Okay.
The control scheme's like almost exactly the same, except you can't crawl.
Well, there's a couple new things in that actually.
It's the only Metal Gear where you can't crawl. Why?
There's a couple other things in there that we were all like, "What the fuck? This is bullshit." But it grew on me big time.
Like the pressing triangle to lean up against the wall.
No,
that was also in 4.
The the R2 and the item menu and the weapons menu. It right, if I'm not mistaken. Should I say it? Should I wait?
Should you say it? It's the same in the HD collection. If you're playing on PSP.
Okay, well, I might just be confused then.
Your controls are fucked on PSP. They're different. I think you use the D-pad.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is.
Kind of like Portable Ops. Remember, Portable Ops was... Oh, Portable Ops, you had to like hold circle.
Yeah.
That was so weird. What were they thinking, that game? I like the story. I like the story a lot. But yeah.
Okay.
The game had its problems. Okay.
Right.
You guys got any
nice short one. No.
Last words?
No, not much. Thank you guys again for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with our fucking rants and sideways conversations about God knows what.
Yeah, I already forgot what the hell we talked about.
We talked about work. We talked about Five Nights at Freddy's and
oh right, Five Nights.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Just random tangents we were having. Cable companies, old people.
Yeah, but no, yeah,
topic old people.
Oh, I didn't get to put it on Chris's chest.
Oh yeah,
sounds wrong.
Well, yeah, that's how he meant it, because I said I had a couple of things to get off my chest, but those were work related. But yeah, Chris was like, "You can put it on my chest." Haha. So funny. But yeah, anyways, like German said, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. I know people are getting antsy, kind of like people were getting antsy for 4. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? We definitely don't want to burn out on the games, like just one game after another. So it's nice to have these little breaks, talk about other things, smaller Metal Gear, whatchamacallits, that aren't necessarily the games themselves. Because if we did that, we would have been done by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like we literally would have missed out on the MSX versions, the Game Boy Color one, and all these other ones. If all we did was play the main line, and we would be missing out on vital stories and stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad you guys are still listening. It sounds like, as far as I could tell, people are enjoying the fact that we dove deep into the obscure Metal Gear stuff. You know, it's almost like those we played these games so you don't have to type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's what we're doing for you guys, and also keeping your minds off of hopefully bad days at work or long commutes. Or entertainment is fucking powerful, man. I kind of forget about the need to just be distracted.
Yeah.
It's nice. So guess what?
Oh.
The phone number keeps getting used. So yeah, we got another phone call. I will let it play. I don't know why I played it off my phone last time. I realized I could just play it off a browser here. So here we go. This one was on February 12th. So 2 days ago, this was left for us.
Okay.
Hello, your friendly neighborhood robot here. Can't believe you didn't use this precious resource. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm a little behind. But for context, you guys were talking about Raiden feeling pain and phantom limbs and all that good stuff. And that makes sense. I like that explanation as well. You know, the nerve endings looking for connection or whatever may cause pain. But that's like constant pain. I think they would probably numb that. And I think it makes sense for him to feel pain for the same reason that we feel pain. It's a self-preservation mechanism, like I think they would program any sort of excessive strain on the robot parts to cause pain, because that's how he knows that he's being damaged. Same with the captain in Ghost in the Shell, like Noyce was saying. It's a preservation thing. So, yeah, I would imagine that they would actually program that in as opposed to alarms and stuff like that, especially the point that Herman, the chrono writer, has that it's a human brain in there as well. So the best way to say, hey, alarm, you're about to tear your arm off, is to use those pain receptors. So just my 2 cents. But you guys keep on keeping on. Increase. Chris, please remember what day it is tomorrow.
He knew it.
Dang it. I forgot about that completely. Gosh dang it.
I know. I saved it for the call
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
and then press it once today.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what we were saying. Is it's a survival thing for that. It has to tell him like pain, or signal that equals pain.
Danger, yeah.
Yeah, even though it's not actual pain. So yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, he messaged me and he was just like, "Are you what did he say? What he said?
A hacker?
Are you? Yeah.
Are you a hacker?
He said, "Are you deprecating the phone number?" He said, "You said no more phone. I was going to leave another, but last time I did was before you said that. Sorry." And I was like, "No. I was like, as long as people keep using it, it'll still be good." So I was just like, go ahead, keep sending us messages. I don't care." And he said, "I am the podcast's Rose."
Jeez.
He's just gonna keep calling.
No.
That is awesome.
Robot, I appreciate you, but I also hate you. I'm just kidding.
Shut up!
Oh man. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's all we got for this week.
Yeah, short one.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to get a hold of us, I had it open and now it's gone.
So here's what you do, Robot. For the next episode, right? Call in like 5 times, okay? Get the you know what tomorrow is. Get that all out of your system for the next episode. I will take it all then, and it'll be my ultimate punishment.
Oh, you'll take it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it
for
on
the
your
next
chest.
episode. Only for the next episode. Episode 50.
That's because you're not going to be here. That's why you're saying that.
Exactly.
No.
How do you think about that?
I knew that's why he was saying that. I was like, you're not going to be here. I'm not going to play it without Chris.
Dang it.
That was a good try, Chris. I had to.
Yeah, you full German.
I was like, damn, he's gonna take it. I'm like, first of all, I was like, that's not your ultimate punishment because you have not begun to suffer.
No, it's like that one meme from Dragon Ball Z German. I hope my body can take it.
Yeah. Hopefully my body. This new technique I've never done before.
I know, if it's a new technique, why would you try it live?
Yeah. Well, desperate.
It's a lot. Remember? MGS3.
Oh, yeah, the fucking guy. I was kind of wondering where you're going with that. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Big Boss telling me? He tells them it's kind of dumb to try out a new technique he saw somewhere.
Well, what's funny is that Big Boss knew it was his first time trying it out.
Yeah, because he was like probably fumbling it, like
yeah.
You
He just knew. He knew instantly. He's like, "You've never tried that before, have you?" He's like, "Yeah, you fucked it up, dude."
Yeah. But yeah, if you'd like to contact us, we have an email, fans.pixelbenders@gmail.com. Yeah, just write in with whatever you would like. Ask Chris what date is tomorrow.
Yeah, please. I love
it. As you can tell, he loves it.
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
You could also join our Discord. That's where we hang out the most. It has become increasingly more active, especially because I'm just posting everything that I see on the internet now. I'm just like this. I like posting to Discord better than I did to the other socials because it's just like I have to get on this app and then in this app and then in this app, and you can actually have a conversation in Discord. So it's just like fuck it, just fucking do it in Discord. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can do so through Patreon. You get live access to pod recordings, early access to episodes. So as soon as I'm done with the edit, it goes right up and you can listen to it there on Patreon. You could also get a chance to be our guest and you get access to bonus content like other podcasts. What did I say last time? You get
Movie
bonus
reviews?
content to bonus podcasts, Chris.
So
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
your
Yeah.
bonus content is bonus content. I don't know, something like
That's what he thought I said.
that.
Yeah, you get bonus content to bonus content. Yeah.
Bonus
That's what I
content
thought
to
it
bonus content. Yeah. So other podcasts where we do film reviews, commentaries, let's plays, and stuff like that. So this was Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. I was your host, Noise,
Hey guys, I'm Riser.
I'm Damn It Chris.
and we'll see you guys next time. Not Chris though.
Nope.
We're secretly kicking him out of the pod, actually.
I just won't get to the next invitation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys take a week off or jumpstart into Peace Walker. And yeah, we'll see you for the next episode with nothing but spoilers with German and I. We're gonna dive as deep as we can and hopefully blow our own minds, because I'm sure we got some theories to talk about. Especially one theory in particular.
I know the one you want to talk about. I know.
Oh yes. I'm sure everybody does too, and I'm sure they're hating me for it. Like, Noise is drinking the Kool-Aid. And yeah, I do like the taste of this Kool-Aid, so I'm gonna drink it. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.